It all depends on the area you live in. So it could be the average.
Hello, everybody, by the way.
The average across the UK is 20 weeks.
Okay. Karma, darling. Hello, everyone. I just read Karma's question. And of course, Mr. N has Googled it and everything. And it's about 20 weeks, the average, but it can take up to 12 months. But it's meant to be in 4 to 6 weeks. And that it's variable. It depends. It depends where you are in the country as well. You know, don't say that online, but just, you know, it might be good to Google what your local area is. But yeah, everything's a bit wild with the NHS. Hello, everybody. Hello, guys. Hello, Sue. Hello, Seri, Karma as well. Tracy, Rosie, everybody in chat. How's everyone doing? Breeder, World Z, Gone Z. Yay, you're here. Welcome, 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 welcome. Vix, welcome on in. Vicky. Gillian, lovely to see you for a change. Marlene, Waco. Hello, darling. Sego Beach. Hello. It is a long time. It is a long time. It is a long time to wait for an operation. That's just the way. Hello, Angela, darling. How are you doing? Skukes, hello. Lottie, hello. Mel, darling, hello. Bumblebee, why iPad? Yaris. How's everybody doing? Is everybody okay? Yvonne, hello. How long? It can be up to 20 weeks, Karma. It's a long time. It's a long time. And Mickey Tinker is in the house. Hello, darling. Hello, Silver. Are you good? Oh, really? I'm sorry about that. Oh, he's found it. Well, that's all right. Really, 20 weeks is good compared to where you are. You sounded very chirpy. I am very chirpy. I am. I'm on water today. I think it's the water. Instead of the pop. Hey, listen, we've got some stuff to talk about. Ooh, I can feel change in the air. Oh, Lizzie, darling. How are you doing? You're drinking Baileys. It's very healthy. Marlene. Rosie's here. Rosie, darling, Rosie. Teresa, how are you doing? Okay, so this change in the air. Now listen. Whew. So Harry penned this letter, yes, the other day. Harry penned it. You say Harry. Somebody else wrote it for Harry, or an AI thing wrote it for Harry. God knows which one it was. Don't really care, but I can guess. I can surmise that it wasn't him, right? Because the words made sense, and it wasn't that good, to be fair. Anyway, he's writing a letter. Basically, it's a love letter to the United Kingdom and veterans. Megsy is re-entering the world of acting, even though it's probably just a walk-in, walk-off part. It's going to be a couple of minutes. She's there to play herself. I can feel it. It's almost like there's a further separation of self, because Megsy's come full circle. She's back on the casting couch, yeah. Whether she realizes it or not. So we're gonna have some fun. Yellow, Laura, how are you doing? Hiya, Wendy doll. If it didn't written in crayons, he didn't write it. That is true. That is very true. Megsy isn't in Canada with Harry. She is in LA doing a cameo part with this her. Right, okay, so the first thing I want to say, she's playing herself, but she has no internal core. So how can she play herself when herself is just a collection of other people's identities she's sellotaped onto herself. Like she is, there's like she has no internal core. Hey, Cat Wrangler, darling. Jane, everyone coming in. She's about to get, like, Hollywood Weird is about to get massively markled. Now, listen. Hello, Leanne. I did a bit of a recce on the director of it, right? And he seems all right. I mean, but there's no obvious links to Hearst Communications. There's no obvious links to Soho House or any of those, or Rick Gannow and Andrew Mayer. So how did she get in? How? Who? How? Was she headhunted for a role as herself, the most unpopular woman in the world, or what? Oh dear me! Oh, it's so funny. I'm like, this is pre-shadow. Do you know how you have pre-shadows with Mercury retrograde? This is pre-shadow divorce stuff. I swear, I honestly can remember, like last year I was saying probably be late 2025. I'm just like, come on. Of course, as well, I want to touch on the fact that Prince William is looking very well. I must say, he looks very well, very comfortable in his own skin. And he's, of course, in Brazil because of the Earthshot stuff, and then there's some political stuff, environmental stuff, blah, 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 blah. But he's there as well. So he's been photographed with Keir Starmer, and I feel like people read way too much into that. The Queen was photographed with Vladimir Putin at one point, Xi Jinping, William's been photographed with the Donald not too long ago, Obama, all of these things. It's their job. It's what they do. So yeah. Hello, Bianca. He's a good volleyball player. I'll tell him that. Yeah, he is a good volleyball player. Can you imagine? There's Miss Paula in the house. Hello, darling. Hey, Saskia. He's not looking at your blood pressure up because of William. I can see that. I can understand that. I think both William and Catherine do a lot of blood pressure rising, to be honest. Not so much Harry. God, he must hate his brother. Did you see as well that William was photographed in the Amazon on a boat type thing, and then Harry has to have a photograph taken going across a lake or out on the sea in Canada in the same thing? It's so pathetic. It is so predictable. It's just, oh my God. I think their titles are really up for grabs. And I mean up for grabs, ready to be yanked away. Listen, we're going to have a look into it, because I've got a feeling, right? The thing Harry loves, and he's always stressed that he's not bothered by, and these titles mean nothing to him. If the king was like, I'm going to take your titles off you, he would be back here. There would be no, what, Cabbage Patch Dolls? What in America? I never wrote that book. He would get into the UK faster than you can say Scam Jam. He really would. Hello, Jennifer, darling. Hello, everyone who's coming into chat. Hello, Claire. So that's what I think. So we're going to have a look into Harry, and we're going to have a look into all kinds of stuff. I know I've said we were going to be doing like loads of world stuff and everything like that, world predictions and a bit of a free-for-all, but you know, we'll just see where we go. We'll just see where we land. We'll just see what happens. So first off, we are gonna look into Harry. US Civil War. Ooh, that's an interesting question. The thing is with events in New York City, where you have somebody who is very diametrically opposed to the current administration, or indeed I think he's more left than most Democrats. I from what I can gather, look, I'm not an American political expert. It's just observational from afar, you know. There could be something brewing. Hey, Jackie. Douchebag of unsuccess. Right. Shall we check in how Harry feels really about his titles? Should we start with that one? Oh, thank you so much, Happy darling. Hey, Janine. Should we start off with that one? If they pull those titles, she can't use it. Yep. How does he feel? Thank you, Sari, darling. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. Thank you. How does Harry feel about those titles, eh? Let me have a look. Let us go. Let us... Okay, you want to come out. Who are you? Oh, the Eight of Swords is in the upright. He's in a bit of a bind. Oh, he's conflicted. He's unsure. There you go, if you need to see it a bit better. He feels trapped and hemmed in. Oh, dear. Let's see what's crossing over him. Oh, thank you, Sari, darling. Thank you, guys. You're so lovely. Thank you. The Four of Swords is in reverse, crossing over. This is my inheritance. This is my legacy. This is everything. This is everything I wanted to be. This is everything I've wanted to. So he's worried about it. He's worried about it. He likes those titles. He thinks it's his. Thank you so much, Iris. Thank you, darling. He really thinks it is. It is stressing him out. It's going to say he's going to have mental health around the titles and stuff. But we have with the Empress in reverse. No matter what happens, he wants them. He feels in a bind with them. He feels restricted by it, but also restricted that the threat to remove them is around him. The Four of Swords crossing over, he thinks it's his birthright, his inheritance. He should keep a hold of it. After all, you know, in his mind, when there's going to be a period of time when William takes the throne, that he will be fourth in line. You know, he'll have gone up a bit, you know, in his mind. And that won't last forever. So I think the line of succession and the titles would be my preference. If I had a say in anything, which obviously we don't, but I would take them off the line of succession as well. The Empress in reverse here. The Empress in reverse, this is all about his mother. If the title issue, he's going to try and triangulate with his mother. And the fact that she lost her HRH and everything, but she kept a princess. No, she kept a lot of other stuff. Thank you, Trudy, darling. Let me have a look and see what this is. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Things have really broken down there. And we've got the Lovers. Ooh, hoo, hoo. And we've got the Hierophant in reverse and what's on his mind. He's scared of being chucked out of the monarchy. He's actually scared, more scared at this moment in time. You've got Scorpio in reverse. You've got his father. So any puff pieces or anything like that, the cards are saying they have their relationship is nowhere near as good as some of the media outlets like to say. Some of the puff pieces, some of the clickbait likes to say. The Hierophant is in reverse here. That Hierophant in reverse shows to me that Harry is still very, very kind of like unsettled with the monarchy. He can't reconcile himself with it. Now here we have the Lovers coming in. So there might be a little moment of healing for him, or a rather big moment of healing. That being said, you never know. Megsy might rock up into Canada and ruin Canada's vibe even more, because the dumb prince is there, and they might put on a very united front. Because at the moment, you can see with the media and with Harry pushing and his links to the UK, you can see he's trying to kind of weave his way back a little bit. However, I don't think it's going to work at all. We're going to look into that too. He thinks he's still in the British royal family. He really does. Foundations are shook. And the 4 of coins is out of control. The Lovers card, I'm going to pull another one because why not? We're here. The 8 of Wands. Okay, we're going to get a lot of puff pieces about the Markles relationship. We're going to get a lot of puff pieces about how they get on and how they feel about each other and all of this. So that we're going to get a lot of nonsense regarding Megsy and Harry. Megsy being so proud of Harry and Harry being so proud of Megsy, playing herself in a thing, you know. The 4 of Wands in reverse there. Foundations are weak, very weak. And I don't feel that this is just with his charities. I don't feel that this is just with his home life either. I feel this is with his grasp on reality and on terra firma, if you will. And the 4 of coins is in reverse. The 4 of coins in reverse. There's a loss of control. Not just a loss of control mentally, when I'm talking about control of the situation, of his income, of things like that. Yeah. Just what the world needs, more nonsense. Hi, Sydney. Yeah, it is. It is more nonsense. It is more nonsense. Absolute nonsense. So he's conflicted about his titles being. He wants to. He's unsure about it. He's unsure whether to go, I really want to be part of my legacy, blah blah blah, or take the L and say this is what they did to my mother. So he's got options, and he's not good when he's got options. He doesn't like options. He wants somebody else to take responsibility for his choices, and then if that choice is wrong, he'll get out clauses. Well, they told me to do it. That's the Harry. That's the energy. Does he want to come back to the UK? Let's have a look. Let's have a look into that. First card, 10 of Swords in reverse. He feels like he's been betrayed. This is coming up more and more for Harry. The 10 of Swords, especially in reverse. He feels like he's been stabbed in the front very publicly by someone. Okay, let's see what's crossing over. It's the 7 of Wands in reverse. There's very defensive. He's playing some defense strategies. And the Page of Swords is in reverse. They're briefing against each other in the press. Ooh, we've got 2 cards. We've got the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. He is the influencer tag that his wife has got slapped on the both of them. He doesn't like it. He really feels like he's demeaned by it, right? The Knight of Cups in reverse, he doesn't like it. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. He can't see that all of his life choices and everything leading up to here and all of that stuff is giving him a, what would you call it? What would you call the damn thing? He doesn't realize it's his own fault. He's blaming bad luck. The Page of Swords is in reverse. I hope Harry realizes that when Megsy's finished with him, she's going to do to him what she tried to do to the royals, but 10 times worse. That is all I'm saying. He has no idea what's coming for him if they start briefing against each other. It's going to be a nightmare. It's going to make Charles and Diana look like the Waltons, you know? This is a giant game for the two influencers. It is. They are. They are. Now, the cards have been saying for the last few weeks that they have not been happy families. I mean, but to be honest, the cards to say that all the time with the Markles. But that's been coming up quite a lot, though. That's nothing new. We've got the Chariot in reverse. William doesn't want him back. And he knows William doesn't want him back. The Chariot relates to sun sign Cancer. William is a sun sign Cancer. Just. He's on the cusp of Gemini, but just. Oh, William doesn't really want him back. Yeah. When, like, that's the thing. When, unfortunately, I'm not saying this as a prediction of an incoming impending death, but when Thomas Markle Sr. dies, she's going to accuse him of all sorts. And it's not going to be true, some of it. The most shocking things will not be true. What she could accuse him of. There's plenty of stuff there with the Markle family for them to write their own thing. But she will come in. She's gonna try and, you know. Thank you so much, Leanne. Thank you, darling. Thanks, Sari. And thank you, Lizzie, as well. Let me have a look. Ooh, wounding. They're going to embarrass. You can't go Canada. I haven't checked to see what's happening in Canada. It's not really in the news cycle. I'm not getting any emails or comments about anything from you guys in Canada, or just comments about the stories coming out of Canada. There's some narcissistic wounding here. Maybe, just maybe, things haven't been gone as well. Maybe, just maybe, there's been a bit of an altercation and he's been booed. He could well be getting booed somewhere. There is the Knight of Swords. Oh, security. And the... Oh, he ain't come... Oh, guys. We've got security here. Bodyguards, all of those things. We have got the Six of Wands in reverse. Now, the Six of Wands in reverse, that's a fall from grace. That's embarrassment. That's shame. That's everything. He's seen what's happened with Uncle Andrew, and he's like, I don't ever... He doesn't ever want that happen to him. He's worried a little bit that it might. But he's in two minds about it, you know? It's interesting. It's very interesting. And it's weird to say two minds when you're talking about Harry, because there's barely even one. But the whole thing with the Knight of Swords in reverse is that he is gonna like come back in and you know, complain about security and the stuff with security and all of that stuff. I feel like this letter, you know, could have been a love letter to the British Isles. And he's just turned around and he's going to say, I don't, you know, like I wrote in the letter in November, I love Britain and I just can't go there because there's so many security threats. The real reason he's wanting to get out of Dodge is the cash, is the funding. The people who are backing the Markles, as in Meghan and Harry, are powerful, rich American businessmen and entertainment people, yeah? So I feel like they selected Megsy for the job. So they're very much on Megsy's side. So I feel like a lot of the weight of celebrity, well, what if you can call Chrissy Teigen a celebrity, but a lot of the weight of all of that kind of, those people will follow Meghan. They're not going to follow Harry. But people like, I guess, Kevin Costner and John Travolta, if he hasn't insulted them too much, would probably be more would be more for Harry. But if it's beige and it's got like a kind of Calabasas vibe, it's going to be for Meghan, you know? And there's the Queen of Swords in reverse. Is this what she was talking to Bezos about? We can have a look into that. We can have a look. We can have a look. Does anybody know what star sign Bezos is? Sorry, I'm late. Hello, everyone. Hey, a red rum, darling. There's a sure way to get. Is everyone? Are we all going? Just the thing is, I don't want to heckle the king. You know what I'm like? I'm like. But I would to get rid of his titles. But you'll end up on a list, and I don't want to end up on a list, to be honest. He's a Capricorn, is he now? Thank you, Goosey Shades and Sherry. He's January the 12th. Really? Got a very good friend who's born on January the 12th. I hope you're listening. You need to start selling books. Is her part in the movie going to get cut? Can you imagine? Oh, that Queen of Swords in reverse. Oh, they're going to go. Listen, they're going to go. I'm going to have to get something new. Maybe it's like some like industrial sage. Hi there. You in Ontario, darling. How's the Ingrifters one doing in your beautiful country? Is he on the news much? I really do feel like I need to get some industrial sage. I've run out of all my sprays. I'm going to have to get some more like that spray. Can you remember the one from the Findhorn Essences? I need to get some of that. Is Yorkshire Girl here? Hello, darling. Is Florence in here? Hello, Florence. Hello, Damiselle, Carolina. Okay. We are going to look into how Megsy got the part. So it's an Amazon production, is it? Oh dear. When Netflix says no, Amazon say, "Oh, you can have a bit part." Can you imagine? Oh, Fergie waddled so Megsy could completely fall over and roll around on the floor. This is what it is. Thank you, Jackie, darling. Thank you, love. What's up with Yorkshire Girl? She's too old to say on her back. What's going on with Yorkshire Girl before we go on? Are you all right, darling? The chat. No. I'm surprised because Jeff Bezos' wife is not Lauren. It might be a setup. Hi, Elaine. I like to burn nag shampoo. I haven't. You know what? I've got some nag shampoo somewhere. I hope you're all right, Yorkshire lass. You had a beautiful cleansing rainstorm here in San Francisco Bay. Oh, how beautiful. Beautiful. I heard Haz is attending a real estate conference. Oh my goodness. He's going to be one of those real estate agents, is he? Okay, let me have a look in Megsy and Amazon. Amazon Prime. Oh no, really? I am so sorry. I'll keep him in my prayers, darling. I am so sorry, Yorkshire lass. Much love to you, man. That's bad. Okay. We got you. We're here for you, girl. let us have a look. Let us go into and have a look. Hi, Ezrabet. How you doing? Let's have a look at Megsy and Jeff Bezos. Megsy and Amazon. Megsy and this thing. Give us the tea and nothing but the tea. Andrew's just been summoned by the police.
Oh, I forgot to tell you.
My God.
US Congress have summoned them.
No way. I told you I told you I said, guys, like he was going to get into legal trouble. Oh my God. Oh dear me, this is going to be a thing. Let me do Megsy and then we'll look into Andrew. By Congress. American Congress. Oof. Let's have a look. The Eight of Wands. This little role, this has been somehow shoehorned in there. She wanted the paparazzi. And she feels quite restricted, very restricted by something. Interesting that we've got 2 8s. This is, and that to me is like an ongoing situation of her playbook, right? This isn't anything new. She hasn't broken through a cycle. This isn't anything. This is just a rinse and repeat of everything, right? This is just another, this is the big risk. Like she's going to look worse somehow for this small part. There's going to be like, I know for a fact, I can just feel it. There's going to be like newspapers going, this woman can't act. She can't even play herself. You know, there's going to be a lot of, yeah. Yeah. That fool in reverse. It's a stupid thing. Where to after this? Is Deal or No Deal still on? Could she be, should go back to the suitcase thing? And there's the sun in reverse. Ooh, big things are coming up around midwinter. If we're looking for a date identifying her, I think as well with the sun in reverse, there is issues around the children, of course. She wants the attention. She's not getting a lot of attention. She's not getting the attention that she wanted. And the 2 of Wands, a door shut. That's Netflix going slam. That's every Lemonada. Who she nearly tanked. Lemonada. Who was the other one? Spotify. That's everything. It's the kiss of beige. Kills everything in a sight. I think Andrew, I don't know if he's banned from entering the US, but he's definitely decided that the US isn't for him. For whatever reason that is. Oh dear me. But it means so we'll get into that in a minute. Let me just have a look at Megsy. So Bezos hasn't, yeah. Oh, this is gonna be a disaster. Oh, this is, guys, this is gonna be a complete disaster. An absolute disaster. She's gonna blame it on the king, though. She's gonna blame it when it goes wrong on the royal family. You've got the emperor in reverse there. You can see it for yourself. She's gonna blame it. The 9 of Pentacles in reverse. She's just going to expose herself for the people who haven't watched Suits, thankfully, or haven't seen much of her outtakes of Suits. I've never watched a full episode of Suits. Absolutely not. But the whole thing with her is she can't act. And people are going to be like, how did this woman get so far? And this will unravel further because this woman has been entitled and embellished, influenced by men all her life and protected. And she went from being daddy's number 1 child to the point where she was almost the only child in her mind, to basically to basically doing that to every man she's been with, you know. Let's have a look. It's November. When's her holiday grift show? That's coming up in December. Oh, that tower card for Megsy. I know this is a really I'm just saying, this woman is deluded, man. I don't know why I'm laughing. I think it's, you know, I'm at the stage where if I don't laugh, it's just I'm gonna like hit my head off the table repeatedly, just how dumb this whole thing is. She doesn't learn. Right, okay, let me go here. You've got the Hanged Man in reverse. She doesn't learn. She doesn't self-sacrifice. She doesn't feel like she has to. She has no patience and no time and very little compassion for anybody else who's going through anything else. Whether she's caused it or not, she doesn't care. She's only bothered about herself. We have got the Emperor in reverse around her. That's some daddy issues going on. I am not seeing Jeff Bezos in these cards, so I'm going to ask about Jeff Bezos separately in a minute. The tower there, though, they are going through it. The Markles, as in the ones in California, as in the ginger one and the beige one, they are really going through it at the minute. Really going through it. The Eight of Pentacles is in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles is in reverse. That's me. You know, she's going to make herself look like the anti Catherine. She is the anti Catherine. And the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. More work is going to dry up. She's going to look incompetent. She's not going to look good. This is going to be bad, guys. Can you remember when I was doing, I mean, everybody can go, oh, we know how it turned out. But in 2022, I was like, oh my God, this is what's going to happen with the Netflix thing. It's going to be really bad. They're going to smear everybody, but it's going to show themselves up and it's going to tank. And that's what happened. And this is a similar vibe. It might be a couple of seconds, but it's going to be enough for a zillion memes. Put it that way. Let us have a look at her relationship with Jeff Bezos. Do they even know that each other exist? With Jeff Bezos being a Capricorn, he is a King of Pentacles. Kind of makes sense. He's very rich, you know. Not all King of Pentacles are rich, but you know, I'm just saying. The Ace of Cups in reverse. She's delusional. She's tried to love bomb him. She thinks there's a relationship there. The Seven of Swords is in reverse. There's not a relationship there. Bezos doesn't like her. Bezos isn't keen, right? That's what's crossing over. I think they're playing along. The Six of Pentacles is in reverse. It's a very transactional relationship. If there is any relationship at all. And balance underneath there, she's hedging a bet. She's trying to get into his inner circle. She's in two minds about which way to go next. And I feel like this thing, even though it's on Amazon, wasn't necessarily approved because she's just taken something. And when it comes to Jeff Bezos's friendship or acquaintanceship or knowledge of her, he's like was more or less oblivious to it, you know? He's too busy. There's the Ace of Cups in reverse as well again. She's delusional, man. She is so delusional. She's like love bombing this dude. Absolutely love bombing him. Hiya, Jan. Do you know what star sign Lauren Sanchez is? I'm getting like a Leo, maybe a Scorpio, but yeah. She's Taurus. Aries, maybe. Okay, who are you? The Hermit in reverse. Everything is Harry's fault. People don't like her because she's Sagittarius. God, man, I was so far off. Damn it. I knew she could have been fire. And you should, to be fair, Leo, Aries. I just forgot the Sages. Poor Sag. Oh, I'm just going to put a little fan on. She says she's going to put. I am not going to put a little fan on. Yeah, she's not gonna. I don't think they're doing anything. I don't think it's official. You know, official. Leo and Scorpio make a good Sag. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Nastiest narc you've ever met was a Sag. Really? That's interesting. I think the fire signs, to me, I know Scorpios always get blamed like they are the evil villains of the zodiac, but they're not. It's usually, sorry about this, guys. It's usually the earth or the fire. Yeah, she's screwed. This isn't that like that whole thing is done. Do you want me to see what Sanchez thinks of Meghan before we move on to matters pertaining? The Scorpio rising sign agrees with you. Scorpio rising's where we at, girl. Let's see what Sanchez thinks of Megsy. Okay, the first thing she thinks of is the monarchy. So she's straight in. She thinks of the monarchy, okay? That's her link. That's where she thinks. Okay, fine, because that's the Hierophant. The Three of Wands in reverse, she thinks she's disruptive and she don't like her. She don't want to work with her. Okay. We have the Moon above. And we have the Five of Wands underneath. She thinks she's trouble. She thinks she's a liar. She thinks she's a manipulator. She thinks she's trouble. And the only value she sees in her right at this time is her relationship to the monarchy. That's all she sees. And I bet if you asked her, she'd turn around and be like, yeah, she's trouble. No, she was enjoying her life. She's fine. She's okay. She's looked out. She's happy. She's okay. And she's patient. I think she's got something up her sleeve for Megsy. You have the dreaded Scorpio rising. Scorpio rising's amazing. I'm a Scorpio rising. Oh, Scorpio, Taurus, amazing. Taurus are like so chill, and then somebody does something wrong, and it's just like, no. Hey, Josie. Give and take. Okay. Queen of Cups is in reverse. She knows what she's doing. Right, okay. Sanchez knows about the Diana stuff. She knows she's trying to take Diana. This woman will have an awful lot of power in those things. She feels like she's being gaslit. And the Nine of Pentacles. Mrs. Sanchez or Mrs. Bezos, she says no. She don't like her. She don't want her. But she's biding her time about something with her, which is very intriguing. So I wouldn't be surprised if she said something maybe not shady. Well, maybe not obviously shady, but kind of like a veiled kind of insult, a veiled takedown in an interview or something. But she's just watching her, and she sees the desperation, I feel, with the Moon there and the Five of Wands underneath. And she'll know a lot of the gossip and a lot of the stuff that's happened in California when it comes to Megsy and how she's interacted with business people and stuff. Anyone know why would a comment would fail? I have no idea. Sometimes they just do, darling. Jennifer, happy birthday for Tuesday. And Janine, happy birthday for today, darling. I haven't seen them either. I do wonder. Taurus with Gemini rising. Gemini rising is a good one. Right, we're going to check in and see what's the score with. I'm going to read an article. Well, I'm not going to read an article. I'm going to read the headline on it. Yeah, lots of trifles and Johnny Thompsons for Janine and everyone in chat. His birthdays it is. Please. Andrew Mountbatten, Windsor. Democrats in U.S. Congress ask Andrew to appear for questioning over. Yes. Andrew has been asked by the Democrats in U.S. Congress to answer questions part of an investigation into Island Boy. Members of the House wrote to committee does not have the power to compel Andrew in front of them. Signed by transcribed interview in front of the congressional committee. He's not going to do that. I don't think he's going to do that. We'll ask the cards though. In my opinion, I mean, it could all turn around, but yeah. I think Raven goes by a different name, but I don't know, man. I might have offended them. I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't mean to. I don't know where they've gone. And I wish them nothing but the best, but I have no idea. But sometimes people come, people go, you know, it's just the internet, it is life. Congress needs to call the people on the list. Do you know what it is? I think that list is getting kind of like, that list is like pushed further and further back, is it not? Oh dear. Let me think. Let me try and say what I want to say about the list. I feel like the list is getting further and further pushed back. And the reason for that is there's probably a lot of stuff on there that people don't want out. But because it's America, it's got a bit of control over it, you know. There's people over there who've got a bit of control over it. But the British press, you know, Mandy, Andrew, all of that, straight on the British press will just are like a pack of dogs. They'll just savage you. Where I think like for some reason America's more measured with that stuff, with like the scandal stuff. That's the thing about Britain. We're fine about free speech as long as the press can do it. Let's have a look. See if Andrew's. Now you see, I thought when they said Andrew Loney put something on X ages ago, and he said that there was a prime minister with Virginia, right? And I went, ooh, because no one likes Tony Blair, but I was like, was it Tony Blair? And a lot of people were like, no, it wasn't. And then you went to read the article that he pushed up, and the article did not contain, it was a prime minister from Israel, I believe. So I get why people are like, anyway, I think if Tony Blair was involved in any, allegedly, in my opinion, sexy stuff, it's not going to be with women, guys. Yeah, but in my mind, I'm just saying, any scandal with him, not women. Let's have a look at these vibes around Andrew. Andrew. Page of Swords. Okay. Somewhere in Royal Lodge, in one of the 16 million bedrooms next to some teddy bears, he's sitting there and thinking, well, this is just the internet being ridiculous. This is just people grandstanding. This is blah, 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 blah. He just thinks this is people being petty. Okay, fair enough. Whatever you say, dude. The Hermit crossing over. Interesting. He's going to have to take the lead from a Virgo. And I don't think, right? I really don't think that Virgo is Harry. We have a very stupid gentleman in charge of the United Kingdom. You might be aware of him. He's very grey. We have got Keir Starmer. I think the government are going to pressure Andrew to go. Very interesting. Now you think Labour or like if we were just, it can't just transpose it because they're very different. All of the political parties are very different beasts, but the left in the UK is Labour, the left in America is the Dems. So this, you know, and there was some stuff that came out about, of course, Labour sending people to leaflet for Kamala. That worked out well for them. Labour are like the Meghan Markle of politics, by the way. They like everything they touch at the minute is like the kiss of death, and it's Keir Starmer's partly responsible for that. The Empress above. He's going to try behind the Queen, and the Fool in reverse. Massive risk. Okay. There's going to be an element of siding behind his mother's legacy. The Nine of Pentacles on the outside by himself. Vulnerable, no money. And this is hit. Three of Cups. Okay, he's going to say a lot of this is gossip. 10 of Pentacles. But I'm still a member of the royal family. Yeah. 6 of Wands, glory. 2 of Swords. What? And the 9 of Cups. He ain't going. He ain't going to Congress. He ain't going to Congress. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. There's going to be some pressure put on to him for him to go, but he ain't going. I'd be very surprised. He's not going in the next 6 months, so. That 9 of Cups in reverse, that 9 of Cups upright, it's going to be quite smug. Cat got the cream. That's him basically looking like he's got out of Dodge. 2 of Swords there. Oh! Okay. Right, this is interesting. This might be Fergie, the 2 of Swords. It's a Libra. It's a Libra. Oh, Fergie, are you going to be in front of Congress? Let's have a look. Oh, like this whole thing about Starmer's with William and all that. Do you know what it is, right? William's, it's kind of like William's job to hang around these figures, unfortunately for William. So like he, you know, like I say, it's just like, and Starmer is clinging on to William because William's really popular, and like Starmer is less popular than Prince Andrew at the minute. That's how unpopular he is in the UK. Fergie, what's going on? Are you going to Congress? Of course. She'll probably turn in the into the hearing into kind of like some QVC thing. Okay, here we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. Oh, you would throw him under the bus so quickly, Fergie. Oh, if it got her out of trouble, she would. Wow. Absolutely wow. Thank you, Saridon. Thanks for all the gifted memberships, guys. That's really sweet of you. The 7 of Pentacles in reverse. She's got no idea of where the next money's coming from, guys. No idea. She's going to cash in some connections with Andrew. Temperance is above the situation, so there's a level of balance. She wants to make, like, she's going to try and the 8 of Swords, trapment. and the Six of Wands. Both of these people are obsessed by glory and regaining their status. She would throw her ex-husband under the bus with a load of lies or whatever, if she could, right? The Congress would be better writing to Fergie to see what she'd seen, you know, because I'm not condoning it, but Fergie would tell them a load of lies, but she would talk to them. She'd tell them a load of rumors, but she would talk to them. She's only getting 25,000. Interesting. I can believe that. I mean, $25,000 for like 2 days' work is a lot of money, but for Megsy, she spends that on avocados a month. How can they be so bad with money? Greed, lifestyle, splashing it around. Okay, she has got what's on her mind? She's worried about herself. She's very worried about herself. She's going to come across as cold and weird and manipulative with that star in the verse, nothing quite as it seemed. She's wanting a miracle, but she's not going to give herself one by her own behavior. The Spirit of Pentacles surrounding them. Well, there's the animal on there is a Trojan horse, put it that way. So this invite could well be to Andrew some type of way of setting things up for some other stuff. It mightn't just be an invite, just plain and simple. It might be a bit of a spider's web. The Heart of Pentacles is in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles is in reverse. Interesting. And then we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. How come Andrew's getting out of it and Fergie isn't with something with America and American law? That is really interesting. Fergie's not getting out of this. She's not getting an invite. She's not going to get protected. She's not going to be afforded the protection that she is on the out. She is on the out. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. What she wants to do, she wants to be wholesome and nice and normal and seem to be a good-hearted kind of spirited young lady, even though she's like in her 60s, and she wants to give her that the impression, but people are going to see real through it really quick. I think Britain saw through it after the whole toe-sucking incident. I think when she went to America, like there's like obviously you guys mightn't have been completely aware of everything, but you know, she's got that Duchess title and it was 20, 30 years ago, and people go, oh yeah, that's cool. It's a bit of a novelty, isn't it? I think Meghan and Harry have killed, and Fergie have killed that novelty off. Yeah, she's screwed. That's not good. I'd be interested. Watch out for Fergie getting, because Fergie had a lot more. I have a theory about Fergie, and slightly different theory to all the ones floating about, and it's only a theory, but it's a theory. I think Andrew and Fergie maintained a friendship for greed. Andrew obviously is a bit of a randy Andy, but I do feel like Fergie was one of the main instigators, because Fergie lifestyle was basically being bankrolled by Island Boy. And I think Fergie's got a lot more to the story than's really come out yet. And I think some of it is still in those files. It's leaking out now, but I think some of it will still be in those files. And I feel like Andrew's kind of taken the L for all of it. So I feel like because he's done something wrong. Let's be honest, what he did wasn't good. It was a disgrace to his office and his titles. Possibly, potentially criminal, you know. With regards to Fergie, and nothing necessarily criminal, but definitely money orientated. Really? She introduced him to... Well, there you go. Fergie's one of these people who's very jovial, but she's very shrewd. She's constantly on her way out, looking out how she can look after herself and all that. Thank you, JJ. Yeah, exactly, Jen. Exactly that. Thank you, darling. I will. Dana, I promise I will. That is very sweet of you. I'll get them some treats. Really, Enti has as well. Can we have some Merlins in the chat for Dana for sending Merlin some treats? Thank you, darling. Oh, the fireworks, yeah. Fergie did the deals, and Andrew just stupid to get involved. And yeah, the women. With regards to the whole Virginia and the 17-year-old thing, Google. I want you to Google through in the Google. Well, just Google, but put UK law about sexual activity with trafficked people. Now, it doesn't matter if they're 17, doesn't matter if they're 15, doesn't matter if they're 96. It's illegal. There's a law there. It's illegal to have sex with somebody who is trafficked for sex in the UK. That's the problem Andrew has. And it doesn't matter how old they are. Well, it does matter how old they are. Don't get me wrong. But in the eyes of the law for that particular thing, it doesn't matter how old they are. It's an actual law. Fergie will go to Lisbon with Eugenie. Do you want me to have a look and see Fergie's next career move? It's rumoured she's going to be some kind of self-help guru and talk about women's empowerment and girl power and all that stuff. I mean, really? Let's have a look at Fergie's further career. You want the Merlin waving and the icons? I'll do that. I need to update those icons. I will, I promise. 5 of Wands. Fergie's doing. Oh, Fergie. Fergie's very aware of all the commentary about her and stuff that happens online about her. She's very aware. It's because she's got her own little trolling. They've got their own little trolling groups. They've got their own little influencers. You know, they're all over it. So the 5 of Wands is very much stirring stuff up, getting people to fight. We see you, Fergie. The 4 of Cups. She's not receptive to what is being offered to her. And the Lovers above. Oh, she wants to come out of this looking like bloomin' Louise L. Hay. What's some of those like self-help guru people? Can you think of the self-help guru people? Oh, like kind of like Oprah, but like posh. She wants to be like that kind of thing, like a wholesome mummy, good. Like she's very Meghan in that way, you know. She's just a better actress than Meghan. But Prince Philip saw through it, didn't he? Oh yeah, he did. Let's have a look and see what's underneath. The Ace of Cups. This woman, man. She's got all the forgiveness in her heart for her. Absolutely all the forgiveness, but don't forget the chaos in the center. Don't forget the unreceptibility. There's this level of unhinged and being able to read the reality of the situation. Well, like everybody else's kind of reality of what has happened is not very favorable to Fergie. Her reality and the truth she tells herself to self-soothe. I mean, she's getting into Megsy territory here. She's going to have a vision board in a minute. There's the Justice card. She's thinking just constantly of herself. She's a Libra. She'll come out with the Justice card. She wants things sorted. The 6 of Cups. Okay, going to go back to childhood. We're going to have like one of those little wavy bits, you know, when it kind of goes into the past when it's a film. Flashback, that's the word. she's going to go back into childhood. She's going to go back into her younger days. She's going to like talk about like, you know, everything before the royals and things like that. So she's really going to focus on also her children's childhood. So Eugenie and Beatrice, she's going to go there. She really is. But she is, I would say, for her life thing, yeah, she is seeing this as a Jolly Hockey Sticks. This is a fresh start. I can finally be myself. I can breathe air into my space. I can finally free of the shackles. I didn't realize it was so much holding me back. Oh my God, she is going to be absolutely unbearable. If she starts drop shipping beige stuff from Temu, we're gonna like, I'm just gonna lose my mind. I really am. Yeah, it's wild because yeah, you're right, Paula's right, she was an author. She's been an author, she's been a QVC person, I think she's done adverts and stuff, you know, she's been everywhere. Spirit of Pentacles as that Trojan horse. Someone's got it out for her, you know, and the Three of Cups in reverse. Oh dear. There's going to be more stories and more gossip that comes out about Fergie, about her reinvention. It's not going to land well. She's got some very powerful friends that aren't the monarchy, that aren't necessarily politicians. I think there must be in media. So there's still some powerful friends around her. Meghan is an author. Oh, what was that? What was some of the rhymes? What was some of the rhymes in it? It was like, but only you came into view. I gave him a bench because I am a wench. I don't know. It was like really basic stuff. Meghan wrote spare. Meghan told the dude what to write in the spare. That poor man suffered, didn't he? The ghostwriter. What was his name? Mullinger or something? The bench of stench. If I sold access to Andrew, I'd still be in jail. Yeah, there was that as well, wasn't there? Have you seen that video where she's selling it and they put the money on the table and she's purring like a cat? It's so weird. It's so weird. Oh my goodness. Budgie the helicopter, a classic. She should have stuck with Budgie the helicopter. She should have just stuck with that. But no, Fergie's going to do an Oprah. She's going to do or something like an Oprah. She's going to do a book. She's going to try and rebrand as self-help. I went through this media storm and I came out at something about the Queen's corgis, la 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 la, and all of that stuff. That's what she's going to do. She's going to do something like that. Unfortunately, she will do an interview. Do you want me to have a quick look? Speaking of interviews, Oprah's kind of like appeared back on the scene, has she not? Do you want me to have a quick look into her energy? You know, we've been in everyone else's tonight. We may as well have a look into Oprah's energy. No, I don't think a lot of people do, you know. She's always a bit too thick to be really, do you know what I mean? She's always appears like she's a bit too dim to be actually that dim, you know. So it's kind of like, I think she's an act, a bit like Megsy's overly oh look at me, I'm so sweet, and it's and then Oprah Winfrey, much to my chagrin, is an Aquarius. Hello, Ozzy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oprah is holding. Yeah, exactly. Gabriella, that is exactly what Oprah's doing. Oprah's friends with the Hearst Communications, I feel, right, and I know this is far-fetched, I know people won't believe me, but you know, Hearst Communications are where all the sugars come from. So I really feel like Hearst Communications and people like Rick Cano and everybody like that and Oprah hatched a plan to get themselves a American Diana, right? An American Diana in their minds. And they found somebody who was obsessed with the royal family and all of that kind of stuff, and would, and had certain skill sets, and that's what I think happened. Really, somewhere in 2013 or 2014, I think that was the brief. It's not a love story at all. Harry was caught. Right, let's have a look. Oprah. Oprah, what are you doing back? Why are you even here? No one. She's got the Fool in reverse. That's a red cardinal feather. I like that imagery on the Fool in reverse. The red cardinal feather is basically live your life in a way, because the red cardinal denotes, death. But the white rose of innocence. With the Fool in reverse here for Oprah, she's doing something extremely stupid right now. Extremely stupid when it comes to why she's inserting herself into the stories, selling the scam jam, pushing it on. We have the Six of Cups upright, going back to childhood. Potentially, there's going to be a reframing of the narrative of the past, but they're going to put rose-tinted glasses on it, and everyone's going to go, "Oh my goodness, isn't this lovely? Oh, well, this is how it was." And so there's a trick she's playing. What trick are you playing? The Three of Wands, she's disruptive. She's a disruptor. She's seeing herself as a disruptor for some reason. And the Three of Cups underneath. She doesn't even like Meghan, guys. She can't be bothered. There's probably, right, I don't know where Oprah will hang out apart from Gayle King's house. There's probably a little weird group of women who meet for coffee in Montecito on a Tuesday afternoon or something. And they and it's Oprah and a couple of like wealthy billionaire people, and they're like, Meghan's just terrible and all that kind of stuff. She's got so much dirt on her, so much gossip. But Oprah wants the cash, and she doesn't want to be seen as being a gossip monger, even though that's what she is. She just puts a load of love and light platitudes around her. That's a disruptor. Okay, she doesn't like it. She's bitchy, man. The Seven of Cups in reverse. She is gaslighting the hell out of people around her when it comes to Megsy and Fergie and any association with the royals. She's really trying it, guys. Really, they've split. Temperance. So there's a Sagittarius energy around Oprah. So that's either the Sagittarius going to like ping into Oprah's existence, or she's going to try and be doing something when we look at the card of Temperance as what it means. So she's going to try and create something. She's going to try and bring two things together and create and force a narrative. Because Temperance is upright, that narrative was going to work for maybe a couple of hours, maybe a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks. But like all things Harkle related, it never lasts. The Tower is in reverse. She might have split up with Gayle. There's a self-inflicted problem when it comes to working with the royals. Not thinking so much Megsy, but maybe Fergie. Not really the right person to interview anyone to do with Island Boy Oprah. Or did he? It's amazing how all these people always turn up at these similar parties and these similar places, isn't it? Maybe she's worried that now Andrew's got his little letter, that she might get her little letter, because she was there. The World there, okay. Soul of Pentacles. And the Nine of Cups. in reverse on the outside. NFI. Not invited, guys. She's on the outside. You've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse there. So there's some issues around money, but she's a billionaire. So there might be issues around contracts involving money, small issues, you know. She's gotten big money. So this is, you know, she's billionaire. So she's probably looking at contracts worth hundreds of thousands of millions. That's kind of short change to her in a way. But there's an issue surrounding money around all of her connections with the ex-royals, the Markles and whatever Fergie is now. But she is wanting the attention. She is wanting to do something, but she's very careful of what she's doing because of her links, indeed, to the Island Boy stuff, to the Diddy stuff. I'm sure there was another one, and I forget which one she was involved in. Oh yeah, Tyler Perry. How did I forget that? Don't they always turn up with us like it's the same people, you know? I saw a lot of whataboutism when it comes to Andrew and like people putting up pictures of King Charles with Savile. No one knew, right? It's a moot point because no one knew that Savile was the way he was. He was allowed to operate in public life the way he was. No one knew. Of the people who did know were so repressed. The whistleblowers were so repressed and bullied and intimidated that was kept down low. So yeah. So when people like compare Andrew being friends with Epstein after the fact he was arrested and convicted or whatever, it's kind of a moot point. I've seen a lot of that this week. Yeah, Weinstein, that was it. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, darling. Weinstein as well. Oh, right. Do you know, that's another one. You know, Lady Victoria Harvey. She was friends with Weinstein. Get this, Weinstein, Island Boy, and Diddy. What are the chances? What is going on? Why do these people always attract the same people? Yeah, all snakes in the same pit. Isn't it weird? Whimsies. Yeah, Susan, I completely remember that. Yeah, she got bad vibes about Savile. It's weird because my mom, when I was a kid, I think I've told you this before, but my brother really wanted to go in a tank because he was 6 or whatever. And it was like, Mom, can we write the Jim will fix it? And she was like, no, and you're not even watching that. You're not watching that man. She hated him. And some people, I think, knew intrinsically, but you can't really tell her 2 kids that, you know? It's weird. Yeah. Yeah. And that was just 2 weeks before he was arrested. It was after he was indicted, or like the pre-arrest thing. So, yeah. So he was given a warning that he was going to be arrested or under investigation for all of this stuff. And then Andrew had him over for one of the girls' birthday parties. And then 2 weeks after that, he was actually arrested when he got back to the US. Or days after that, a week after that. So, yeah. Yeah, and Maui as well. Oh, Oprah one. She's figuring out how to tread and have the moral high ground. These people want the moral high ground so blooming much. It's so annoying. And it's just like, really? Thank you, Christine. Megalodon has always on the outside. They were never going to let join their little club. Victoria is guilty by association at the least. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Iris. Yeah. Very much so. That's it. And I'm not saying any more than that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. It is getting a little bit late. Morning, Debbie. I'm just going away. I'm going into the night as you coming in. We shall reconvene over the weekend. Hopefully I'll have some readings up tomorrow. If not tomorrow, don't worry, there'll be some more coming. Yeah, Wendy. Yeah, the BBC could repress a lot of stuff. Don't get me started on the BBC. But yeah, thank you all very much for being here. I appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much, guys. Lots of love to all of you. Hi, Ren. Bye, Ren. I'm just leaving now, but you can rewind and catch up and watch it all. There's some good reads. I will see you all really soon for some more readings, guys. Have enjoyed the rest of your evening, day, whatever you're up to, and love you lots. And thank you, mods. Thank you, channel members. Thank you, all of you guys in chat. Thank you, everybody who's gifted memberships and super chats. You're all absolute angels. Thank you. Lots of love to all of you. Take care, guys. Bye, everyone. Bye, guys.